Hi guys, today I'm going to cook a different type of dish from what I normally cook, which is a Saudi Kabsa chicken. This is a traditional dish from Saudi Arabia, and this is my version of the dish. So what will we need for this? We need chicken, carrots and onions and lots of other spices, which we will go through in a moment. So these are the ingredients you need. You need some grated carrots, but thickly grated. So this is about 2 cups of carrots. Obviously it will depend on the amount of chicken you use, but here I'm going to be using 500 grams of chicken. And we will need 2 small onions, or 1.5 if they are bigger than this. So these should be chopped up. And in here we have some grated lemon. This is the zest of 1 lemon. And ginger. This is about a teaspoon of ginger in there, which is real fresh ginger. If you want to use powdered ginger, say if you don't have any fresh, that's fine, which will probably be about a teaspoon of powder ginger. And in here we have all the other spices we're going to use, which are about 5 cardamom, and I'm going to take off the shells and grind these up. And we also have cinnamon bark, which is 2 pieces of that we're going to grind that in the moulinettes as well. And there's some ginger powder for seasoning the chicken. This is a teaspoon, and as the same, a teaspoon of pepper and salt to season. So probably you will need about half a teaspoon of a large teaspoon or tablespoon. Depends on how salty you want, but probably it'd be safer to use 1 tablespoon of salt. And there's also some clove powder there, which is only a really small amount. You need probably about 1/4 teaspoon. And there's some cinnamon powder, which is about half a teaspoon, so not really a lot of that. And some chopped tomatoes. You need about 2 cups of chopped tomatoes. They'll be chopped up in a moment. And some tomato paste, some tomato puree paste, which is about 1 tablespoon. So now we're going to begin. We're going to begin by seasoning the chicken with the garlic powder. So we're going to take some garlic powder and we're going to sprinkle it over the chicken, and the salt as well. And then we're going to leave it for an hour to marinate, or you can leave it overnight. So it's good to mix it in and try it and get underneath the skin, and take any hairs off the skin if there's any hairs. And the pepper too. Put in the pepper and we'll marinate it for about 1 hour. This will give a good taste. Okay, so here we are. Now I put some oil in the pressure cooker, which is what I'm going to cook it in. And now I'm going to put in the onions, and we're going to leave them for about 5 minutes to brown. Okay, so we've fried the onions now, they look nice and brown. Now we will put in the spices, which is the cardamom and the cinnamon and the pepper and the salt, and we'll fry that around for another few minutes. We're also going to add in the garlic and the ginger and the lemon zest. And now the chicken is marinated, we're going to add in the chicken. And We're going to fry all this together. And the chicken paste. Sorry, the tomato paste. And we're going to mix it all around. Now let's leave that to fry for a few minutes. Brown the chicken slightly. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of the turmeric powder, just a pinch, or saffron. If you have saffron, that's fine too. This is just to give it a nice colour. And add in the chopped tomatoes. Mix it around. And we're going to add in the carrots. Mix it around. And now you need to add in some water. So it should be about 900 milliliters. So nearly a litre of water. I'm just going to leave it to cook for about 20 minutes. A little bit more water. If you can see, you will know the right amount of water when it's just covered over the chicken like that. Now it's ready to cook. We'll leave that for 20 minutes. So while the chicken is cooking, it's time to get the rice ready. So I've put in 1 1/4 cups of rice. Any rice is okay, but basmati would be better. And I'm soaking it in water, just so it wouldn't take as long to cook. So you could leave it for about 20 to 30 minutes like this. So the chicken has been cooking for 20 minutes. Now it's cooked. It was in the pressure cooker, sealed, so it cooks really quickly. And now we're going to take out the chicken and we're going to put it in the oven to roast. So now we're taking all the chicken out. We're putting it in the oven on about 180 for 5 or 10 minutes just to brown it slightly. Now you can adjust the seasoning, taste this sauce and see if there's enough spices, if there's enough pepper and salt. So I tasted it and I think it needs a little bit more salt. So I'm going to add some more. Normally how I know it's enough, just cover the top gently. And I'm going to add a little bit of ginger because I think there wasn't enough ginger in it. And then some pepper. Now it's time to put in your rice, which has been soaked for about 30 minutes. So we're going to pour that in. And then we're going to mix it around. And we're going to leave this to cook. Leave it on medium to low heat, just so that all the water gets absorbed. So that should take about 15 minutes. See you in a moment. Delicious.